Good day, everyone. This is Bryan again. Let's see. I guess news got out that news got out. Yeah, I guess the word was spread that I am teaching a news trading course. So I was asked for more information on it. I decided to do a video on it since it seems to be the easiest way to put things out. So I'm just going to go over briefly what exactly the course covers, what you get, and what it does. So what is news trading, and can anyone do it? News trading is pretty much, if you're familiar with Forex, it's looking for high probability moves with the news. Simply put, these red things here. And since we know they're coming, we can prepare for them ahead of time. And if we look through, it's the weekend. We have, so almost every day you have an opportunity to trade. Not every single day, but most days give you an opportunity to trade. So that's pretty much simply what it is. So I would consider it ripping off Donald Trump, instead of the art of the deal. It's the art of the straddle. The way we trade news is we put a buy order and a sell order above and below price. Now, these little dots, and I'll show you in a live or in a recorded video what these little dots mean, but basically this is the EA that you get moving these buy and pending orders along with price, so that price doesn't touch them and accidentally open up an order. So these will pop up 5-10 seconds before a trade, and they'll start following price. I'll explain that more in a little bit. The EA does that for you. There's really nothing you have to do except set up the EA and let it do its thing whenever news comes. Okay, so questions that I had from people is, can I learn to trade the news? Forex was too complicated. You could never get it down. You were losing money. The difference with learning to trade the news and learning to trade Forex or even like binary options is there is no step-by-step patterns. There's no confluence. There's no... it's step-by-step. There's no patterns, no indicators except for the EA that you run. It's pretty much just math. You go through and look at the results of your trades, and that's it. You use those results to determine how your next setup looks. So, again, you will have to learn some basic terminology that's explained in the course, but nothing in it's that difficult. Are you guaranteed to make money? No. I mean, news releases vary, but for the most part, I've been successful with it, and some other people that have been working on learning it have been. So why do people fail on news trading? Why doesn't everybody do it? Well, one's lack of knowledge. They think that just by throwing up a straddle, you're going to have a successful trade, which you're not. You need to kind of know what the straddle size is. You need to be able to plan for spread, slippage, all kinds of things. Like some news reports are just crazy, so you just kind of pass on them. The second thing is a lack of tools. When I say lack of tools, that also goes into knowledge. Like, you don't have a recording of what the spread was. Do you know what the slippage was during that trade? Do you have a way to record it and go back and review it after each trade so you can see what went right or wrong with the trade? You get all the tools you need with this, including the data sets that you're going to need. So how is it taught? Education is broken down into 4 parts, and we'll get to some more interesting stuff in a bit. News trading basics is the first part. We talk about spread, slippage, pending orders, installing the EA, the settings, selecting a broker, and that's the other reason people fail, is they have the wrong damn broker for it, and what to look for with the broker. I do recommend FXCM as a broker just because, one, they're in the United States, they're 100% legit, and they have what's called a gap when price is released on the news. For the most part, there's no gap. Like, for instance, a broker I won't say had a 30 to 40 pip gap on NFP, but FXCM had a 5 pip gap. That I can deal with. A 30-40 pip gap, you can't. Second step of the trading is in demo mode. It's pretty simple. You're just going to be running demo mode on each trade. You record the spread, put it into a spreadsheet that's provided for you, until you get a feel for the average spread. Like, so far I've been redoing the walkthrough so that people can see, and like FXCM, we notice that we have an 8 to 15 pip spread max. We have not seen spread go over like 14.9 pips, so we can take that into account for trades. And that's what I mean by lack of tools and education. I'm going to show you how we get that information in a little bit, but it's things like that. And then the slippage needs to be recorded also. Okay, so once you're done with your demo phase, you move up into live mode. Your live trades will be with 0.01 lots. That's the smallest amount you can actually trade. Live mode's going to teach you how to deal with slippage, as demo typically has very minimal slippage. Although some of the guys in demo are noticing slippage. It really just depends on your broker. Once you've gone through steps 2 and 3, we go to your live account, and if you follow all the directions, you should be ready to go live with confidence and trade normal size lots and start building your account. So, I mean, that pretty much is it. Now, when I say how's it taught, it's taught in a couple different ways. This is basically what the book looks like. And in the book, what happens is I break down the terminology first, installing the EA, there's your settings, and it's demo time. In the book, click the picture, it opens up a video, and it walks you through this. So it's step by step. Now, you also have access to the forums. On the forums, you have the follow-up videos, and those are all the live trades and all the settings for them. And it basically gives you more step-by-step of dialing in your EA so that it can work properly. And so that you understand, because market conditions are going to change, they're not always going to be static. So once you get it dialed in, you still need to know how to go in and drill down through your data that you receive. So what we focus on, the first things we focus on are spread, slippage, placing the straddle, and consistency. That pretty much is the essence of news trading. The data will be provided for you from the EA so that you can look at the spread and the slippage. For the straddle, we have a little spreadsheet that you can use that'll show you the probability of a news report moving, and then you record your straddle in the spreadsheet. And consistency just comes down to you're going to get consistency at doing it. You're going to kind of figure out the quirks of news trading, and then it starts working for you. Okay, so next step, let's take a look at, this is what your setup would look like on a typical trade. You'd have this window open, and let's say news was on GBP, you'd have this window open. That is your entire setup. You're walked through step by step on how to do this setup. You're provided templates and set files, so you don't have to do anything except load it up, right-click, go to template, and load up Rinko News. And then you fill out the EA for that day, and you're done. If you have multiple trades on GBP that day, you would just open up one more of these windows. You only need this one open once, and then you'd have, say you had 3 trades on GBP at different times, you'd have 3 of these charts open, and it would take the trades for you automatically at news time. So that might not make a bunch of sense. Let's take a look at a couple results. And I'm not going to be showing all winners. Here, for instance, and let's make this full screen. So, for instance, this was a trade, and I'll walk you through what's happening. This is the buy straddle, and this is the sell straddle, buy saddle, sell straddle. Now, if we watch it as price moves, you can see these lines moving with it. And what happened on this trade, as you can see, it was 12:09. That was 5 seconds after news. That's what I would call a dud. So that's one of the possible results you get, is a dud. And we'll take a look at one more dud. Where is it? Let me close this. Actually, I have this one open. This was from this morning. This was a dud also. If we notice, it's 7:29:30 here. News is scheduled for 7:30, so in about 3 seconds, you're going to see it plot the buy and sell orders. There's our buy and sell orders. Now, this is also a dud today, but if you notice, I got three pairs up and straddled. So I'm trading GBP, Euro, and USD. News is at 7:30 at 7:29:55. And I'm not doing anything here. I mean, you can't see my mouse on the screen, anything. The EA is taken over from here. Again, this was a dud, so it's not like this was an impressive trade or anything, but I want you to show. Let's say you set this up and you go to work. When you come back home, you're not going to have any weird trades open because it closes itself. So you can have this run, I guess you could say, unattended. Up next, we got, let's see, this one was, and this could be taken good or bad. This one made 2 pips. Typically, if you're going to win, you'll either get a big move, a big win, or a small loss, because we have an extremely tight trail on this thing. So let's go ahead. We can watch this little bad boy move. And you can see this is how fast they move and why I highly recommend it. It looks like the news is at 07:30. It's 07:29. We've got 8 seconds. As you can see, price is jumping, and the pending orders move with it. And there we go. That was pretty much the news release right there. And then it did actually freeze for a second. But what happens is right here, price moved down, price moved up, and we ended up taking 2 pips. So that sums up that one. We'll show you one more. 2 pips, not that great, but hey, it wasn't a loss. And the last one, this was, I believe 60 pips. And we'll take a look at this one real quick. Now, there's also the small loss that we hadn't taken into account. This one started as soon as I hit play. Here, let me back it up a little. I didn't want y'all to have to watch a bunch of boring crap. Okay, so here it is. All your pending orders are down here. The news was released, and bam, it starts shooting up. We're in the trade this whole time. And that was it. Pretty simple. I mean, it's not that it's difficult, it's just doing when I say consistency, which I mentioned, it's doing the same thing over and over again. If you forget one little step, it's probably going to cause an issue and you might lose some money, but use the little checklist, do it step by step. It's in the videos, there's a write-up on it, it makes it kind of easy. Let's see, I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Oh yeah, so right now that's what the basic fundamentals are. Everyone gets that. They can straddle something. You can go out and have somebody write a quick EA for you that does things like straddle the price for you. What we're going to look at then is on these trades, what happens for each trade as a log file is created. This was GBP, USD from this morning. I should have kept more, but I had canceled them. I deleted them all because these can build up. This one was only 29 kilobytes. So it's kind of a small one. And give me a second. So you open this up. And since there wasn't a trade taken on this one, the second log file was not generated. I apologize for that. But what we have here is the time. So 21:35, 36. This one we don't care about, but what it's doing is it's giving us the spread. So this is where we get the spread that we can toss into our handy-dandy spreadsheet. And this is generated automatically for you. There's nothing for you to do except go in when you're done. You go to the time of the news, which I believe this one was... it's passed up. This was a dud, so there won't be any spread and spikes. But you go in through here, you look for... Basically, we get the average spread during the news period. So, and these trades last maybe 6 to 7 seconds. So you just go in there, you get the information. It's covered more in depth in the course, but I did want to show you everything is done for you. You just simply follow along step by step. The biggest question I get is how long does it take me to go from learning this to live? I would say about 30 days. You'll go live sometime in that 30 days, but you're going to be trading the 0.01 lots. So and then it progresses from there. If at any time you have issues, I'm available. I would say Skype, but we are no longer using Skype. You can contact me on Skype, but the group itself is running through Slack. I've had too many issues with I cannot talk today. I've had too many issues with Skype, like not getting messages or them popping up a day later. So Slack's a lot better. It's very responsive, and that's where the group is. And I just you get an email when you join, and that throws you into the group. Slack's available on your phone, on your computer, as a desktop app, or as just a website you go to, and you can get in there and ask me questions. I offer team viewer services where I can jump on your computer, help you get set up for the first time, or if you need help with, I guess you could say, digging through your log and figuring out what it says and what it means. The first couple times I can jump in, or you'd send me your log and I can tell you what you're looking for, or jump on there. Typically what I do is just go live, and I'll cover the log for you live, so that you can figure it out. It's nothing super difficult. It's just basically rinse and repeat, doing the same thing over and over again until you get your broker dialed in, and then just setting up for the trades each day. You can either set up for them in the morning, the evening, or if you're trading, you stop, set it up. It literally takes me for 4 pairs. I can have them set up and running in, I would say, 5 minutes without rushing. So if you do have any questions, my email address is in the description down below of the video. The course is $100. That gives you all the training materials, access to the forums, the EA. The EA's been out for a little bit. Our next update is going to let you do it on demo, which is something that most news traders don't let you do. Not on demo, I'm sorry. It'll let you backtest. That's actually going to be available today. It's a lifetime update, so as long as I'm doing it, you get it, which I'm not planning on quitting anytime soon, because I wouldn't say it's a simple way to make money, but it's a reliable way to make money once you've learned the ins and outs of it. But other than that, if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Skype or email me. Like I said, per individual contacts, it's fine, but the group runs through something else. I'll put that in the description box below, so just check out the description box below if you need to contact me. Alright, guys, well, thanks. Hopefully that clears up some of the questions I had about news trading, how it's taught, and what is news trading was my biggest. I was surprised a lot of people didn't know what news trading was, but hopefully that covers all the questions we had about it. And thank you, and you have a great day.